Spin it! Let's begin.
Oh yeah, TaleSpin. Oh yeah, TaleSpin. Friends for life through thick and thin with another TaleSpin. Oh yeah, TaleSpin. Oh yeah, TaleSpin. All the trouble we get in with another TaleSpin.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. This is a monthly bonus special as we take a look at the shows that we remember growing up. On this episode, we are taking a look at a Disney afternoon show as we take a look at TaleSpin. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new episode. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we are covering TaleSpin. This show was created by Jimmy Magnan and Mark Zaslov, and it aired originally on the Disney Channel. The production company was Walt Disney Television Animation, and it was distributed by Buena Vista Television. And the show originally aired from September 7th, 1990 to August 8th of 1991. But let's take a look at the production history. So Disney had commissioned Jimmy Magnan and Mark Zaslov to create a 30-minute animated program with no requirements about what the show would be about. When the deadline was approaching, Magnan and Zaslov unfortunately had not come up with anything, but Magnan had came up with the idea of a show centered around Baloo from the Jungle Book, which had just been re-released in theaters. Magnan had stated that the show Tales of the Golden Monkey was an inspiration for the show to create Baloo as a bush pilot to work for an air cargo delivery service. For the Mowgli character, they redeveloped a new character named Kit Cloudkicker to give the Baloo father-son dynamic that was so popular in the Jungle Book. The character of Rebecca Cunningham was inspired by the character of Rebecca Howe on Cheers, and Louis was retooled to create a Casablanca tribute of Rick's. The character of Shere Khan was actually added very late in development, and originally they did bring in Phil Harris to reprise his role as Baloo, but because he was fairly a bit older, it was deemed that his comic timing was not as sharp as it once was. Plus, he had a requirement that he needed to be chauffeured to and from recording sessions, and this was an added expense that Disney was not able to accommodate to. So the series was animated by Walt Disney Studios Japan and Walt Disney Animation France, along with some scenes added by Sunwoo Entertainment and Wang Film Productions and Jade Animation. So it was quite the collaborative process. So the show broadcast was previewed actually on Disney Channel from May 5th to July 15th, 1990, with the show going into syndication in September of that same year. The pilot first aired as an introductory TV movie called Plunder and Lightning, and this would be later cut up into a 4-part episode for syndication. The show would air in half-hour episodes or sometimes as part of a 2-hour program block called the Disney Afternoon. So let's take a look at the cast. So we have playing the voice role of Baloo, we have Ed Gilbert. Kit Cloudkicker is voiced by R.G. Williams. Rebecca Cunningham is voiced by Sully Southers. Molly Cunningham is voiced by Jana Michaels. Wildcat is voiced by Pat Fraley. The notorious villain Don Carnage is voiced by Jim Cummings. Colonel Spigot is voiced by Michael Gow. Sergeant Dunder, voiced by Lorenzo Music. Shere Khan by Tony J. And Louis was performed by Jim Cummings. So in terms of the show itself, it is set in the 1930s, and the show centers around Baloo, who is an airline pilot working for Rebecca Cunningham and her business Hire for Hire in the seaside town of Cape Suzette. Along with his friend Kit Cloudkicker and mechanic Wildcat, they get into a series of adventures while avoiding air pirates led by Don Carnage and the powerful business leader Shere Khan. So in terms of the legacy of the show was released on VHS with several episodes being packaged together. And then the show would be later released on DVD with 3 different volumes, volumes 1, 2, and 3. In terms of other projects, in 1991, Disney Comics would actually release several comic book adaptations of the show for 11 issues, and as well as a 4-issue limited series called Takeoff. 3 different video games were released for both the Nintendo and other various systems based on TaleSpin. The first was a side-scrolling game released for the NES and Game Boy, and the other 2 platforming games were released for the Sega Genesis and Game Gear. The TaleSpin characters also appear in the 1993 Disney video game Mickey's Memory Challenge. Baloo, Kit, Molly, and Don Carnage would also make cameo appearances in the DuckTales reboot of 2017. In terms of the parks, Baloo, Don Carnage, Rebecca, and Louie, and Kit did make rare appearances for photo ops in Toontown, as well as Don Carnage was featured in the Disney afternoon show of the parks. So would I recommend this show? I had great memories of this show as a kid. I thought it was always fun and entertaining, and it was a way to keep Baloo updated for the 90s, kind of a way to reimagine his character. The stories had a great variety, from action stories with the Air Pirates and Don Carnage to more human stories which focused on the relationship between Baloo and Kit, as well as Baloo and Rebecca. So this show is currently on Disney+. I'm definitely recommend it. It is very well done. Animation's done, the character designs, just a fun little kind of Disney afternoon show. So thank you for joining us here on Disney Movie Investigation. I would ask that you please leave in the comments what your memories of TaleSpin, or if you had a favorite episode. So as we look forward to our next monthly bonus episode, we are going to take a look at a family sitcom as we take a look at Family Ties. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.